Alright, it's Sunday night, and it will be lasers time. I'm going to make a video first. Heidi, as I was posting that thing of Brannigan, I do wonder if that's where they got the name for Zap Brannigan in Futurama. Like John Wayne at almost 70 years old, a ridiculously unlikely action hero. But I'm going to set up to make video. Yeah, honey, I think you're right. Maybe was the inspiration. Okay, what this? I'm gonna chill my glasses. Got two Nicanora glasses. Okay, there. I'm going to do a talky bit first, so I'll put that on. Put this over here in the meantime. Put the audio here. Und the camera here. Hello, Madam Butterfly. Did I say hello, Safa? I think I did. I said it now if I didn't say it before. Ooh, I want to adjust this. Because of maintenance, that's what we like. Okay. That's it. I want my maraschino. Ooh. That's what I was going to experiment with. My speed pourer. I'm sure I have a speed pourer over here. Indeed I do. Want to dash my absinthe with a speed pourer. See how this goes. Actually, worry about that later. Okay. Get that ready. Get my script ready. Alright, have to adjust the camera. Only takes the camera to make her shine. Is that even? Looks even. So this is why I need a director and a producer to just get this shit right. Oh, I'm going to chill my glasses. Because I always say I chill my glasses just for the talk for the video, but I probably only do it one time in 5, honestly. I just always forget. Right, get my scriptamundo. First. And I got the book. Okie doke. right. Let's go on like Donkey Kong. G'day cocktail lovers, it's time for another of my favourite cocktail recipes to go in the book, and this week's recipe is a lesser known that I think qualifies as a classic simply because it's an old recipe. It's called the Imperial. There are no spirits in this cocktail. The core elements are dry vermouth and maraschino liqueur, which does make it lower ABV than a lot of cocktails. And I'm always surprised when I end up really liking a no spirit cocktail, because the majority of my favorites are the really boozy stirred cocktails. If I hadn't already tried this cocktail and really enjoyed it, and someone offered it to me, I would just be giving them a look. Do you even know me? Which goes to show, I suppose I don't know myself as well as I think I do. What was this guy's name? Harry Johnson's. The Imperial cocktail dates back to the 1800s. It was published in 1900 in Harry Johnson's The New and Improved Illustrated Bartender's Guide. That's another reason I was suspicious of this recipe when I found it. These old cocktail books, it seems like fun to go back and look at them, but then you look at the cocktails and go, that doesn't really sit right with modern styles. And honestly, when you look through them, I feel like they were just throwing every idea at the wall and seeing whether or not it worked, and whether or not it worked, they put it in the book. To be honest, I think with a lot of these recipes, they were looking at the bar and going, I can see some stuff I need to... Blah, blah, blah. Almost got that whole sentence out. Looking at some of these cocktail books, I get the feeling that the bartenders would take turns going, there's some stuff back here we really have to use up. Put it in the book. Here's another tip for the old cocktail books. If they say French vermouth, they mean dry vermouth. If they say Italian, they mean sweet vermouth. They also often have odd measurements, like saying... They also often have odd measurements that we don't use anymore, like they'll refer to a wine glass, half a wine glass, or a pony. Sounds like something Grandpa Simpson would say. When you see references to a wine glass in old cocktails, a wine glass is 60 mils or 2 fluid ounces. So half a wine glass is 30 mils or 1 ounce. You don't need a lot of ingredients for this cocktail. There's the dry vermouth, and I'm going local rather than French with Regal Rogue's Daring Dry. My maraschino cherry, my maraschino liqueur is actually from Croatia and comes in a bottle I'm pretty sure hasn't had a redesign since the 1970s. Bringing in some interesting flavor accents, that it includes a few dashes of absinthe, and the recipe's rounded out with some orange bitters. I found this recipe on Simon Difford's Guide website, and he actually made fairly significant changes to the 1900 recipe. And when I look at the difference, I think he's probably on the money. His style is more to, way modern cocktails are made. The original was equal parts of the dry vermouth and the maraschino, which seems way heavy on the maraschino. Difford was much more the vermouth and a little bit comparatively of the maraschino. That's the version I tasted and really liked. It made my top 10 list in 2025. But you know what? I never gave old Harry a chance. I didn't make his. So I think it's only appropriate he gets a run and I try both those recipes side by side. Having said all that, let's get right down to it and make the Imperial, starting with the 1900 recipe. In a mixing glass, put 1 ounce or 30 mils of dry vermouth, then 1 ounce or 30 mils of maraschino liqueur, then 2 dashes of absinthe, and 2 dashes of orange bitters. Stir that on ice for 20 to 25 seconds to chill and dilute the drink. I'm straining that into a chilled Nick and Nora glass, garnishing it with a maraschino cherry. Then we make the modern version, and that's 75 mils of dry vermouth, and then 3/4 of an ounce or 22.5 mils of maraschino liqueur, and then 3 dashes of absinthe, 2 dashes of orange bitters, and to bring those flavors out, I'm putting 4 drops of saline solution. Once again, add ice to the glass, stir that for 20 to 25 seconds to chill and dilute the drink. That's also getting strained into a chilled Nick and Nora glass and garnished with a maraschino cherry on a skewer. Okay, now stop and stop. And I'm going to make the drinks. Okay. Okay. Get our GoPro ready because we are pros and we're gonna go. I want this over here. No. Light up my drink, as Australian Crawl would say. Boys, light up. Boys, light up, light up, light up. Wait, what the fuck? Oh. What the fuck? Okay. It's just decided to forget the date and time. Shit, this is going to take me a minute. Okay. How y'all doing out there, by the way? Okay, what is the date? It's the 7th of June. Oh, yeah, it's fucking American, so I've got to put the date first. Okay. 06, 07, 26. The time is what? 9:15. Not that this is important, but... Oh, fuck off. Date and time updated. That was very annoying of you, GoPro. Okay, what's the fucking go here? There we go. Oh yeah, you can go to sleep. I'm not using you now. All right, I'm just going to get ready, as they say in the classics, from Motown to disco. Get ready. This is an experiment if I can use this as a dasher. And I want my orange bitters. Okay. Get ready. Get ready. Okay. Start at the very beginning. A very good place to start. Now, 2 dashes of absinthe. I think that works really well. I have to remember that in the future. 2 dashes. Okie dokie. Artichokey. Okay. Und we start again with the stirring. I didn't get my cherry because I'm a goddamn idiot. Ice overboard. That tastes very sweet. Where's my cherry and my skewers? Okie doke. In and 2. I don't know, that didn't go in. Stab. 2. Okay. Get ready. Okay, cocktail number 1. Und let us go then to the we'll go cocktail number 2. Away we go. 75 mils. 1.5 ounces. 22.5 mils. A zinger. 3 dashes of absinthe. 1, 2, 3. 2 dashes. Orange bitters. 4 drops of sea lime. Okay. Okay. Deeper and down. Ice baby. And we go mix, mix. Over there for now. And Jerry. And it just reminded me I need to take a thumbnail. Okay. This over here. Put some lids on to avoid a disaster. That's the wrong lid. What a hoot. Lids ahoy. Ahoy hoy, as Monty Burns would say. So this back here. Get a hook in. Right. There's a script on there, so I don't need that anymore. All right. Now, the moment of truth, the tasting. Okay. Step 1. Step 2. All right. And this one ready to go? Yes. Okay, let's do it. And here we have the two versions of the Imperial. I think I should try the one I've already had first, the one that was my favorite, just to refresh my mind on how much I liked it. You really want to use a good vermouth with this. It's really tasty. It's got a nice bright flavor because I used a nice bright vermouth. Now, this is the 1900 version. That is so much sweeter. Honestly, if you got a sweet tooth, go for this. I won't say I don't have a sweet tooth. And maraschino liqueurs can be a really intense flavor. So that equal parts, I think for most people is going to be a bit much. If you want a fun experiment, by all means, go ahead and try it. But I found this repeatedly. The old recipes are just out of whack with modern cocktails, and I much prefer the balance you get in modern cocktails. This one is taken away the sort of cloying sweetness of the maraschino and brought it back into a supporting role, which is honestly where I think maraschino liqueur is at its best. But hey, you don't have to take my word for it. You can do what I did and experiment and decide for yourself. And you know what? At the end of the night, that's me back in my double fisting bullshit. Oh, that was not a good noise. Try that again. Okay, the glasses are being dead. These are actually really nice glasses that usually make a very nice clinking sound, and I don't know why they're not. Actually, I think I just worked it out. I shouldn't be this fixated on why my glasses aren't making a pleasant ting. I should just sit down and enjoy the drinks. That's what I'm going to do. I hope you enjoyed seeing that comparison, and maybe try it yourself. Let me know what you think. But most of all, come back, see me again sometime when I'll be doing more cocktails. But until I see you again, I'll say cheers. Gotta turn a few things off. I was going to say you're not making any more videos tonight. Technically, that's not true, because we're going to record It's a Whole Laserdisc thing. But I'll be sitting down for that. Yes, I will. I'm doing that. Oh, and I'm going to do this because I just like how this looks with a stream with the door open. Oh, and maybe the cascading lights too. What are we doing here? There we go. It's a whole thing now. Oh. All right, what are we doing here? Taking that off. You had pepperoni pizza, you mean pineapple pizza. That is a very big difference, Safa. Okay, weird coincidence. I also had pizza. Supermarket pizza with spinaci. And I added some bacon and even more cheese. And it was good. It was Dr. Oetker, the Nazi pizza scientist. Yeah, just really initially when I woke up on Saturday, I was going, oh, is that a hangover? And it wasn't. It was fine. I did nap on Saturday afternoon. I was watching a movie called Iron Lung, and I started to drift. It's like a 2-hour movie. And about the 1 hour mark, I started to drift. Another half hour, I thought, I'm going to fall asleep. And our date night venue, which was fucking awesome, in Elstonwick, called Repeat Offender, Mexican Central American themed, was one of the least busy times there's been when I was there. It was only half full. I don't know if everyone's away on the long weekend or what. But it was only half full, and it's usually full. Was it a meat flavor, Dr. Oetker? No, it was spinach. I said that. Nice. Ray's got some Indian food for dinner. I'm always a fan of Indian food. Well, actually, that's probably a mild exaggeration. I am generally a fan of Indian food. Get my orange peel here. Ooh, that was a nice one. Let's squeeze some oils over here. There we go. You trim a bit of pith. Don't worry about it too much. Oh, fuck it, that's enough. And I'm just going to put another one in. Could I just do this out of force of habit? I don't think it's really adding anything to the drink, but I am a creature of habit. Although I changed my habits a bit this weekend. I was a half price. I got one that was not quite half price. And a day later, Mrs. Angry's going like, ooh, I got extra points if I got this pizza, and I know you like it, so I got it. So now I had 2 pizzas in the freezer, which is why I ate one of them. I mean, I didn't have the whole pizza. It's 2 meals. Yeah, so I got the Irish-style potato bread instead of a baguette to have my bacon today. And today was market day, Caulfield Community Market. So I didn't have a bacon sandwich. I went there, and there's a really nice baked goods place. Had a pastry and cheese and chive pretzel. Breakfast champions. And I got a sourdough baguette for them because I still got I've got a whole extra weekend. I got 2 more days off work. So I reckon I'm going to have a bacon baguette tomorrow, and with the sourdough from a new source. I don't know about fancy stuff, but it's very good. Raise your fan of Indian when you feel like it, not in the mood. Yeah, I mean, I'm like that with everything. I'm fucking not going into the office till next Monday. I'll be working from home Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Some people might argue you should go into the office. Fuck no. Monday, Tuesday are my office days, and I'm not working Monday, Tuesday, so I'm not going into the office. So I'm not going into the office until Monday next week. So I'm feeling pretty good about that. Yes, I am. Because fuck it, man. Fuck it. Actually, you know what? I have this little feeling here. I'm going to take this Dune. Because I always look so yellow on the videos. Yes, if my internet stopped working during work hours, which Telstra kind of threatened last Thursday it would. And I was like, oh, this will fucking suck. And it didn't go off, so that was good. There were some cold and windy days in Melbourne. Oops. What was that? That wasn't meant to happen. Okay, that's brightness. Oh, no, that's what I wanted to do. Jesus. Okay. Okay, I'm going to see how that works. It's a ring light. Well, I mean, it's a desk light. It's on my. It's got a little thing. It's meant to be for influencers. It's got a thing to hold your phone. Do I have 4G backup? I mean, technically, unless that goes out too. But it's the same light I've had like forever. Don't even know how long. Years. Okay. Does anyone know how Donald Trump loves posting AI slop? Oh, hey, Charlie. Oh, yeah, absolutely. Sorry. I'll send that on the Discord. I'll just share the thing just in case you didn't see it on Discord. Okay, I have to do this with a proviso. I actually don't know for sure Trump posted this, but it's completely in line with other things he posts. Ridiculous AI slop showing him as muscular when, he's in worse shape than me, and that's saying something. Hey, Greg. The gay one. This is Donald Trump celebrating Pride Month, as far as I can tell. But I got to be honest, I should have double-checked this is real. Because obviously, well, I hope it's obvious, I'm not on Truth Social, so I don't know anything. But yes, Trump with it's like, I thought it was very funny. The thing of him was absolutely what he'd post. The shirtless male cheerleaders made me think maybe it's a joke. And Trump didn't post it. And I hate being someone who posts things that aren't real, actually. Damn, $50 for your Indian food. That's rough. And Greg, he does love the song YMCA. Safra, I can't think of a bigger waste of money than giving it to the Trump scammers with the UFC thing. Yes, that's exactly what it is. Raising his loyal followers. Oh, wait, everyone's in the bloody studio. I wasn't even paying attention. I got distracted. Okay, I need like a minute to set up.
Hey, Charlie. Angry?
Mark, looking good, buddy.
Okay.
Thanks. Once again, I don't feel the best. 12 hours with the kids.
You're tired. Yeah.
I made it.
That's it. You're a professional.
Oh,
no, wait. I need to put new batteries in this.
I'm out of uniform today. I'm doing my Deadpool jumper instead of my usual home for the elderly get up or a collared shirt or something like I've been trying to do.
That's all
I'm
good.
like, hey, it's episode 180. Let's go. You know, let's go backwards.
Yeah.
Get it? Cheers. All right, I got my beer chaser.
Oh.
So Iron Lung. While we get our microphones up and going and stuff.
I want to talk about Iron Lung now. Okay. Yep.
Oh, we can knock it out while we're. It's
sure.
not really for the episode, but the lads down here have been asking for us to do modern movie reviews. So we'll quickly knock out what we thought of Iron Lung.
Okay.
Sorry, Mark. I know I didn't bring anyone on this. This was just because he watched it. Like, you know how I can see what you guys are watching sometimes when I go into the settings. I saw Angry was watching Iron Lung, which is the Markiplier movie.
Yes. Yeah. Well-known YouTuber.
Which broke the record of the most fake blood used in any movie ever.
Well, he was literally swimming in it.
He was literally in a pool of blood, like a. When I say pool, I mean it was a swimming pool of blood.
Yeah.
Okay. Microphone's up and going.
I've seen
about half of it. So I don't blame you for falling asleep. That movie was way longer than it needed to be. Absolutely. They could have made that an hour and a half, and I would have been so satisfied with it.
Yeah.
But
absolutely.
There were bits of that movie was just a bit.
Yeah.
It droned on, you know.
Yeah.
Iron Lung, you talk.
Your box is on record.
Background for anyone who doesn't know: Iron Lung was a video game released a few years ago, and Markiplier, well-known old school YouTuber, decided to make a film of it. The game was like an oppressive, claustrophobic horror game. You're in like a tiny submersible and you can't see outside of it, and you can't get out of it and all this crazy stuff. And so that's how the movie's filmed as well, which would have helped with budget, honestly. $5
million it cost to make.
How much did you say?
$5 million.
Okay, yeah, I've heard so 3 to 5 million, and it's made over 50 million at the box office. And I think it was self-financed by Markiplier. I'm not sure. Yeah. So he's made bank at it. I mean, when they say 50 million box office, you know, what comes back to him will be, I don't know, a tenth of that.
I was really kind of confused. There was no, you know, every movie nowadays has 50 bloody slogans that come up that says, you know, Focus Films or, you know, stuff like that, you know, and there was nothing. It was just movie, off we go, you know, and I'm like, wait.
Yeah, well, because he didn't take money from anyone. So
yeah.
That's when you see indie films with
thoroughly impressed with the effort that went into it, although I only gave it a 3 out of 5 stars, you know, because it was just too long.
Yeah, I'd give it 3. It's pretty trippy, like particularly when you get to the literal swimming in blood stage.
Or the what's that movie? That Japanese movie that's the iron dude who starts growing iron body
Man.
parts to Tetsuo, or whatever it's called.
Yeah.
Tetsuo. It reminded me of Tetsuo when he started sticking to the pipes and the pipes started growing
and
iron
he was
into
being
his skin.
absorbed.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't get that
Very cool.
far
Very
into that.
cool. Hey,
Grace wants us to review Titanic. I still haven't watched Titanic, actually.
You haven't seen Titanic?
yeah. I'm
I've
biased.
seen bits of it. I've
you know,
never sat through it. I have
I'm
no real
biased,
desire to.
so yeah.
I'd give Iron Lung 3 stars as well, and it might have got more if it was half an hour shorter. But kudos to him. And also, what's with this year? He, self-funded indie film makes back 10 times its budget, like tens of millions of dollars. Backrooms, which only cost a minuscule amount, is raking in hundreds of millions.
$1 million, $1.5 million to make that one.
Yeah.
And Obsession,
Also
only
about $1 million
$750,000.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
Making
bought up
hundreds
by
of millions.
A24, and they are flogging the shit out of that bitch, But it's mostly becoming popular with word of mouth. People are going, I can't believe they're making such a trippy movie and putting them in the cinemas. It's great,
In 1 year. Sorry, Mark, go.
No, they don't have to rely on the big studios for the funding. They can just do it themselves.
Yeah.
Which is really good.
In 1 year, for 3 ultra-low budget indie genre films to absolutely blow it away at the box office, I'd challenge someone to find another year where in the first half of the year, 3 ultra-low budget indie genre films all just made so much money at the box office.
Note, 3 ultra-low budget indie films go up against Star Wars and kick its ass as well. That is bizarre. But everyone's been saying the Star Wars is literally like a TV movie that they just put out at the cinema,
Oh my god! And Mandalorian and Grogu is like the worst name for a film ever.
Yeah, they should have called it Baby Yoda.
That's zero effort.
Yeah. All right, so let's get on to the.
Wait a sec! I haven't turned my recorder on.
Oh, right, you weren't recording that. Okay, yeah, probably a good idea. Mark, you up? You ready to go up?
Oh wait,
no,
okay.
I did anyway, just because
I got to do one
who
more
knows
before we start.
So you're going to do more modern movies now, are you? With the
No, not necessarily. It's just occasionally we get asked in the chat, to talk about moderner movies because they're always like, "Why are you always doing these old movies?" Yeah. And I'm like, okay, well, we can squish one in, we can squish a little one in.
Yeah, got to keep the audience happy.
Hang on. So we're doing movie of the week first, or
it's all about the views? Yeah. Well, when we got Mark here, we'll do movie of the week, and then we'll go down and Mark can get back to leaving after his kids, and we'll go on to talking about 30 new titles coming to the shop this week.
Very nice.
All right.
And Mark, oh my God. The shit that came into the shop last week, you'd be just chomping at the bit. Knowing you and your Ingmar Bergman. What is it? What's his name? The director that you like?
Oh, Ingmar Bergman.
You're a Bergman fan.
Him. Yeah. He's a big Ingmar Bergman fan. Yeah. I remember he did a full-blown, discussion piece, like half-hour discussion looking at Ingmar Bergman's box set, Yeah, so we got some Laserdisc Criterion Ingmar Bergman Laserdiscs, and I'm just like, Mark, I've got to call Mark, Yeah. But, as usual, you're busy with the kids, But I'll grab you on the weekend, next weekend or something,
Yeah, for sure. Sounds good.
In the meantime, Angry,
it is movie of the week. We're going to talk about the movie of the week.
And to start off, we always like to start off with Angry's drink of the week, and the theme of the movie this week was Brannigan, and he gets himself a whiskey with a beer chaser. So, what did you have? What have you got?
Well, I've got
That's
the
not a
whiskey.
whiskey.
I'm not a beer guy, so I'm not doing the whole Boilermaker thing.
Yeah. So
Charles
I got the beer,
chaser.
right? I got the beer chaser. And because, it's an American in London, Mark's got the Pepsi.
Just a plain Pepsi.
So, we're going to take a quick look at the movie Brannigan, John Wayne's second police film after McHugh. This was released in 1975, and it is definitely a Dirty Harry take, but it's like a fish out of water film, isn't it?
It is. You tell with that picture there with the Magnum, they're going for a Dirty Harry vibe.
It's
a lot of fun. I had a ball
Harry.
watching that movie. Yeah.
Really? Oh, which one, Dirty Harry or Brannigan?
Both, but Brannigan was a lot of fun. I
think Mark has a different opinion.
Yes, a little bit of a different opinion. This was very ordinary, I thought. It was just the plot was very generic. It was the bad guy was kind of unforgettable. And John Wayne was just phoning it in.
John Wayne.
The bad guy was definitely an afterthought. That the scene at the end with the car going back and forth, that was like, aren't we done? I'm ready to go. Like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But also,
I found it funny.
There were some bits that were intentionally funny, which I found weird. Like opening shot, John Wayne's leaving Chicago and it's really sunny. He's flying out of Chicago. And then there's a cut to gloomy London shrouded in fog. I was like, okay, you're taking the piss. I get it.
How he was like so generic, Chicago cop, by giving him the gun, and putting it behind him and, daring him to pick it up and stuff like that. It was just it was like generic cop, ticking all the generic rules that a generic cop has to do in America. And so that's what made him stand out even more when he moved to England, because he had built up such a generic, American cop.
He's a very big guy too.
I think on a technical level as well, I think the cinematography went way harder than what it needed to. Like they shot with an anamorphic lens, which it creates like a widescreen look, and it's most known for films like Deer Hunter, Apocalypse Now, like Heaven's Gate, all these big spectacle films. And this film just didn't have spectacle. It was just like it was trying to go way harder than what the actual plot was. And I was just like, I actually really like the look of that, the anamorphic lens look, when you have it on film and then blown up on 35. It's got that real cinematic look to it. But that was the only thing that was keeping me watching, was the look of the film. And other than that, I was sitting there and I was trying to hold my eyes open watching it at points. And I was just like, man. And then it gets to the end with John Wayne. He's gone for a while and he comes back and it's just kind of underwhelming with knock. Like his character didn't change at all throughout it.
No. There was good chunks of the film when he wasn't even in it.
Yeah, he's getting the paycheck here, and I was like, all right.
Also, like he's almost 70 when making this film, and it shows. And he was dead a few years later. And
he was dead in 1979. 4 years later.
Yeah, that probably added to the lackluster performance, but
yeah,
still, I was like, don't try and be Dirty Harry if you don't really have the chops for it.
Yeah. I mean, because like Clint was only what?
I don't think they
40
were
when
going
he did
for a Dirty
Harry?
Harry. I don't think the film was taking itself that seriously. There were jokes like the jumping the London Bridge and the car falling apart like the Blues Brothers, the door just dropping out of the car. And, you know, there was just silly scenes, you know.
Well,
there
they were
was
good
a serious heist at the start, but it was just a
Like
silly kind of
yeah.
movie.
Good chase scenes, but they weren't. Yeah, I've seen better.
Oh yeah,
and
of course,
Richard Attenborough's character, I couldn't really know how to take him. I didn't know whether it was a comical performance or whether it was supposed to be serious.
Yep.
So it was hard. I
Definitely
didn't know what
comical, I reckon.
I think he was partly cast because he's so much shorter than John Wayne. So there was a funny visual when they stood next to each other. Also, he Little Dicky Attenborough, good actor. But okay, talk about him. The pub fight scene was bizarre. It was definitely deliberately comedic. It was over the top slapstick comedic, and it was so incongruous. Even with the other jokes in the film, I was just like, "What are they doing? This is just Marx Brothers sort of slapstick."
Yeah, the guy with the bowler hat who keeps on walking back into the pub.
Genuinely funny. Super conservative businessman just comes to go in the pub and gets punched in the face as he walks in the door, and then he gets roughed up by some cops and hurled into the back of a divvy van. And he's just going, "I was just going for a beer." It was funny, but incongruous.
Yes. Yeah.
I'll tell you what, I disliked most. The score was incredibly intrusive. It was always just going 100 miles an hour. I was like, da-da, da-da, da-da. And I was like, oh, Jesus Christ, calm down with the orchestral score. What are you doing?
Yeah, it's like shopping.
Very
it's
TV.
Like shopping music.
I thought that was very TV.
Yeah.
Sunday matinee. Yeah. It's like shopping music. It's not really too interruptive. It's just there in the background.
I was super excited when I saw John Vernon, the principal, the dean from Animal House.
The mayor from
and
Dirty
I was
Harry.
like, oh, great, you know. And then he just disappears out of the film. And I'm like, oh, that's the guy that got kidnapped. Oh, okay. You know, I didn't actually join the dots straight away. Yeah.
Are we going to do a spoiler about the ending? Because I did kind of want to talk about what they did that I thought was clever with the ending.
Yeah, sure.
Or we not spoil the ending.
I mean, okay. Spoiler alert, if you're going to keep watching this video, or turn to this time where we're finished with the spoilers.
So you get to the end. Yeah, our guy who disappeared has been kidnapped, and his trusted finance guy is getting all the ransom money for him. And he shows up at a secret location with the dirty crims who've kidnapped the guy. And they're setting it up like he's meant to be paying off those guys and getting his boss back. And then there's like, oh, it's a double cross. He's working with the crims. And you go, oh, that's not bad. I like the double cross. And then he pulls out his gun and he shoots the crims. It was a triple cross. He was working with the crims and made them think he was going to kill his boss. But him and his boss are just keeping the $1 million ransom they pulled together. The triple cross was great, I thought.
There were some actually really interesting scenes with the way they did the money as well. Like when they followed the money with the postman. And then it turned out to be...
I sent you a message on that. The false bottom on the postbox. Was that in Speed?
That's at the end of Speed. Else. Yeah, it's at the end of Speed. I know that for sure. Yeah.
Okay, so Speed knocked that off from Brannigan.
Yeah, well, I guess. Yeah.
Well, Speed's 20 years later.
Yeah. But as far as John Wayne films go, this is no Searchers, this is no Stagecoach, this is no Alimony, Alamo. This is just you're running. You could skip this if you're just a John Wayne fan. But if you're looking for a nice, fun 70s fish out of water, cop in England comedy mark, then you're in for a good time. I think. I gave it 3 out of 5.
I'm going to give it 2 out of 5.
I'm 3 out of 5, but I agree with Charlie. This is for John Wayne completists. If you just want everything he did, you get this. And have a bit of fun with it. Just have fun with it.
Yeah, it's not his best work, but it kind of passes, sort of. Not sort of.
Sort of.
Well,
Right.
I haven't got a film picked for next week. Would you like to pick one together, guys? Or
Sure. What do you have? A shortlisting something?
well, we were talking last week about perhaps doing Excalibur.
You know what? I want to rewatch Excalibur because I saw it when it came out and I have virtually no memory of it. I found it to be very forgettable. I want to watch it again. It's a John Boorman film, yeah?
Yep. And there's a lot of little tidbits that have snuck in there that have become like, oh, well, I want to see that firsthand again.
All
and I've got the 4K coming in, so that will look really nice, I reckon. Yeah.
Nice.
So what do you reckon? You're up for that, Mark? You there? You think?
Yeah, sounds good. I've only seen bits and pieces of that film, but it'd be good to watch the whole thing through in its entirety. So looking forward to it.
Yep. Again,
All right.
me and Mark are disagreeing on the film, but like that's all good because there's lots more films to go through, and I really love the energy. Right. So thank you again, Mark, for another movie of the week.
No worries. Thanks for having me, guys.
Let's hit that theme song.
That was the movie of the week. The movie of the week. We just talked about the movie of the week.
Bang.
That's how the professionals do.
Bang.
Oh my god! Oh, good stuff, guys.
Oh god, I love being silly with this stuff. Oh my god! Thanks, Mark.
No worries, guys. I'll see you next time.
See you next week, mate. Oh dear. All right, now we're doing
a whole Laserdisc thing.
Do we have a theme for a whole Laserdisc thing this week?
We do not have a theme this week. I was going to do just Japanese titles.
Okay.
But I'll be honest, my shop kind of specializes in not doing Japanese titles. So if I'm going to feed some Japanese titles into the shop, then I'm going to, water it down.
All right.
Water it down,
So we're just doing a smorgasbord this week.
Yep. And this is what we do best, really.
Yeah.
Smorgasbords.
A little bit of everything.
Are what Home for the Elderly do best. Okay, so we've done Brannigan. That's going to be up as well, obviously, but next disc is a Japanese pressing of Mission Impossible. This will be $2.50 if you buy 2 discs, or $5 if you buy it just by itself. And has the AC3 soundtrack, Brian De Palma. We've talked about this movie 4 or 5 times now, I think. So let's just move on, yeah?
Every time you bring it up, I'm like, this is one of the ones that blows my mind, that Mission Impossible is that old. There's a Laserdisc of it.
Yeah. Number 2 was on Laserdisc as well.
Damn.
That's like one of the last Laserdiscs that was ever made.
Okay.
But yeah, 3 onwards. Or 3 is on HD DVD, but let's not go there. Okay.
Our friend
Next
Mark
up.
went there. Mark had a video on his channel.
Yes.
about the
You know
format.
where he got those HD DVDs from, don't you?
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah. Because I was born now. So
All-time classic. Haunted House in Space.
because in AC3, no one could hear you scream. Actually,
AC3,
no. Yeah,
no
this
one
is
can hear you
AC3. Yep. And the first movie with all the THX trimmings.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
And look at that press. Look at that cover.
yeah.
Like, Japanese did nice covers. I'll give them that. Like, even if you took that off, that would still look nice. Oh, this way.
Yeah.
But yeah. Do you have anything to say about Alien?
Oh, such a good movie. Can be summarized as smart lady tells a bunch of men not to do something stupid. Men ignore her and they all die.
Is that the movie that says "Get away from her, you bitch"?
No, that's
No, wait,
two.
that's number 2. Because
Yeah.
I just heard it in my head. Get away from her being the little girl, right? Of course.
Yeah, yeah. Newt.
Newt. Yeah. I haven't seen this one.
Oh, I don't think I've ever sat through this beginning to end, but this is peak sort of Mel Gibson cheesiness. Is this like late 80s, early 90s?
And we talk about Kurt Russell a lot in this.
Yeah.
This would be early 90s, I think.
Yeah.
This screams out to me like 1991.
Yeah.
1990. 1990
Okay, there
on
you
the
go.
dot.
I knew it was somewhere around there. Yeah.
It's exactly. It couldn't get more in the middle of that if you tried.
It probably looks really good on Laserdisc because I remember it having some really good shots in it. But it's just your cheesy 80s, 90s action cop buddy romantic triangle, all that stuff.
Michelle Pfeiffer was in everything back then, eh?
Yeah.
It was like early 90s, everything had Michelle Pfeiffer. In the late
Yep.
90s, everything had Rene Russo.
Good cast. Kurt Russell, Michelle Pfeiffer, and Mel Gibson.
Okay. Next up, we have Carrie, and no, not that Carrie. I've never even heard of this one.
That is, yeah, okay. So that's an old classic. I know nothing about this one.
Yeah.
But I wager
This is-
there's someone out there that they think this is an all-time classic, and it's like, you can get it on Laserdisc.
Yeah. No, Paramount was counting on it. Okay. Time to break out your beepers because we have episodes of Beverly Hills 90210.
How many episodes on each
this
year?
is right at the start of the show. We have I don't know how to read those.
The oldest teenagers you'll ever see.
Yeah, so it's just 4 random episodes, and God, Shannon Doherty was a hottie. Damn. She was such a bitch, so I never really looked at her like she was a hottie, But yeah.
I know.
Anyway,
Jenny Garth was my hottie in 90210.
Oh yeah. Yep. Anyway, nobody liked Tori Amos. Was it not Tori Amos? What's her name?
Tori Spelling.
Spelling, yeah.
Aaron Spelling's daughter.
Although she was, she was attractive,
Oh, she's not unattractive.
She just didn't really have that spark, that magic that we needed,
And also, I think people were down on her because she was a nepo baby. But
she definitely got the role because of her father, didn't she? Aaron Spelling.
Yeah, Aaron was doing everything. Yeah.
Okay. Another movie I haven't seen, but I'm sure God is with it.
The Bible. That's a very all-encompassing title. Who's in it?
I'm sorry, what was that?
That movie is called The Bible. I'm saying how it's all-encompassing. Who's in it?
Yeah, it's the whole Bible. Directed by John Huston.
Well, he's a good director.
He was. So who's in this? Richard Paris, George C. Scott,
Damn,
Ava Gardner, Peter O'Toole. God, there was a lot of alcohol in this movie, eh?
I know. Oh my God. For a movie called The Bible, there were some drunk mofos on set.
There would have been a lot of sin and debauchery going on in the background.
Wow, the backlot, the trailers, God knows what was going on. But
So yeah, neither
seems
of us
like a
seen that
really
one,
good
but
production.
if you're into Bible movies, there are some people out there who really love the
Yeah.
Jesus stuff, and stuff like that. So it's there for you guys.
Mm.
This one I've never heard of as well, called Anne.
Is it like Anne of Green Gables, or is it something else?
No, I don't think it is. Oh, mate, wait. I think you're right because see the red
Oh,
hair?
the redhead. Okay, I reckon it's a take on Anne of Green Gables.
If you give me 30 seconds, I can look it up and find out.
Look it
There's
up.
a code on
We
it.
are
Every
coming to you
Laserdisc.
live from the internet. We can look things up.
Yeah, every Laserdisc has a special code, an individual code that can only be on one disc. And
Okay.
what I can do is go to this website called the Laserdisc Database,
All right.
and then you type in VOLD-1034, 1034. And okay, it came up with 2 live crew banned in the USA.
Okay.
So clearly that system's not working for me right now. One moment.
One moment.
Uno momento. Before.
This is the trouble we go to for our viewers. We want to know what this movie we've never heard of is about.
Well, if it is actually Anne of Green Gables, yeah.
Or a
Look,
take on it. Have you found any info yet?
I'll just put it in the edit, guys, if this is Anne of Green Gables, then there will be a tick right here.
The magic of editing.
Okay. Next we have Tom and Jerry. This also has a bunch of other famous cartoons.
Yeah, I see Underdog or Droopy Dog there.
Droopy, yeah, that's who it is. Droopy, yeah.
Does it say
it
what
actually
year
is called
these
Tom and
cartoons
Jerry
come
and
from?
Droopy.
Oh, with Droopy,
Yeah.
yeah, there you go.
Yeah, my bad. Okay, yeah. So
does it say what year it comes from, Charlie?
What? Well, the year that it was made doesn't represent what episode.
No, that's what I'm saying. Does it tell you the year the cartoons were made?
You mean the Anne of Green Gables one or this one?
No, the Tom and Jerry one.
Okay. Yes.
Are there copyright notices or?
So there's like a board of information down the bottom that has all the different things. So this is 1989.
Okay. Not like the classic 1940s ones.
Well, they might be classic 1940 episodes, but the disc was pressed in 1989. You know what I mean? Like they just took some old episodes, perhaps.
Yeah. Yeah, because there's a big difference between ones that were made in the 40s and ones that were made in the 80s. And the ones made in the 40s are better.
The different humor as well.
Oh, there's a lot of racism in the old ones.
Yes. Also in the Warner Brothers ones, I really love the 70s stuff.
Mm-hmm.
My favorite era. Anyway, next up we have The Mummy.
This is someone's favorite. Someone's going to grab this in a heartbeat. Brendan Fraser in The Mummy.
Yep. It's a pretty late release too. Yeah, pretty much right at the end. And as you can see, there has all the things. Yeah, so this came out in 1999, I think it was. Yep, 1999.
Yeah.
And what a fun movie. I really love the imagination that went into this film.
Yeah.
and it's held up. The special effects really still hold up over the years.
Mm.
Fun characters. I love the cheesiness of it too, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. And it maintains tone. My main thing with movies like that is, does it maintain tone? And it does. It works really well.
Next up, we have the Japanese.
We were just talking about this before recording this. I've never watched Titanic beginning to end. I've seen lots of chunks of it, but I've never had an interest in just sitting
And this
down
is me biting my tongue after the last video. We're not repeating that conversation again. Nonetheless, so this was, we had this in a trivia question the other day. This is the first film to break the $1 billion take, you know, of profit. And what else is there to say? It's
you hardly need a sales pitch for Titanic. People know it. Someone's gonna want it.
Right? Yeah. Get it for the Billy Zane, you know, Yeah. Okay, so we have a sealed copy of 101 Dalmatians. This is the Glenn Close live action one that came out with Jeff Daniels as well.
In case you think the live action thing is recent, they were doing this in the 90s.
Hugh Laurie.
Young Hugh Laurie.
Yeah, well, not that young, but yeah, getting there.
What?
And
best part of 30 years ago.
Yeah. Gorgeous little film, you know. Okay, so this is a very special one because this is DTS, which means it has extra wonderful sound quality. There has been someone who I've been talking to on the Laserdisc forums who is desperate for me to add some DTS titles. So your prayers have been received, and you have got some Lost World. I haven't got the first Jurassic Park, though, sadly, but Lost World's a good way to start.
Yeah.
There's some great scenes in this. The bit where the van's hanging over the edge, and there's, you know, the lawyer guy jumps in a car and starts reversing, and the car's swaying from side to side because it's not gripping. And then along comes a T-Rex and just does the same thing he does in the first movie with, you know, just bites him in half. In fact, 2 T-Rexes grab one half of him each and just split him in half, which is extremely graphic for a kid's film, you know, but
Call back to our movie of the week, John Wayne in Brannigan. Richard Attenborough is the scientist behind Jurassic Park. And
but he wasn't in any of the other films. Oh, yes, he was. He was in the second one, wasn't he? He convinced Jeff Goldblum to go because he was like, I ain't going back there, you know, fuck that shit.
Yeah, fun fact, his character was killed off in the book Jurassic Park, but was not killed off in the movie Jurassic Park.
Where are you going?
He got...
Was it around the same time? You remember how he got injured and he was healing and doing the sexy, the meme, the topless Jeff Goldblum?
Yes.
Right. Was that the time when he got injured? Was that around the same time in the book as well? Oh, okay. So you just know he died. He died in the book. You don't know how.
Yeah.
My bad. Okay. Another DTS movie.
Okay. God, okay. It's kind of silly to say a Die Hard movie is silly, but there are a couple of bits in this that are extremely silly.
How dare you call Die Hard silly?
But, oh my God, Dennis
you're right. This is a Rennie Harlan film, and Rennie Harlan was just famous for going way over the top in movies, and he did that in this as well. The whole yippee-ki-yay when he lights the plane, the petrol on fire, and the petrol goes down and flies up into the air while the plane's taking off. It's just ridiculous, you know. But fun movie, and perfect for DTS.
Oh yeah, the sound would be great.
Both these films just really show off the surround sound in your stereo, and what DTS does best is it kicks the living shit out of your subwoofer, and these will definitely keep you on the happy side for sure.
Definitely.
So next disco. Okay, so we sold that Wizard of Oz that we did the other week.
Mm-hmm.
So I went through and grabbed them all. So we've
More
got Wizard of Oz. We've got Wizard of Oz. And another copy of that Wizard of Oz with the THX. So, yeah. Get your Emerald City on.
Films.
Yeah, it's definitely one of the all-time classic films, isn't it? Yeah. All right. This was my other choice for the movie of the week, but I didn't want to put any other movies on you because we had already had that Excalibur backlogged.
Yeah. Okay, I feel like I vaguely know this. Oh, that's Jack Nicholson.
Yep. And Art Garfunkel.
Yeah.
Candice Bergen, Murphy Brown.
Oh, yeah, speaking of Nepo babies, yeah.
Really? Why? What's she?
Her dad was famous, like, from the 1930s. He was a ventriloquist comedian, Edgar Bergen. So she got her into the industry through her dad.
She's absolutely gorgeous, and she definitely has star power, So I don't think it's completely a Nepo baby thing. It started off maybe that way.
I think most of the Nepo babies are really talented. There's very few of them, I think, are rubbish. But you get I for my money, ultra Nepo baby Drew Barrymore, because she's like third or fourth generation Hollywood.
Right, yeah.
Her grandfather was making
loved knowing that he had a Barrymore on his film E.T. Like that was sort of a badge of honor for someone starting out in Hollywood still, So in turn he really supported her and took her on as a godfather or something like that, or okay. Bundle, I guess, but I can't sell these separate. These are 2 episodes from the long-running doco series Victory at Sea. If you like, if you're one of those old people who like drinking whiskey on a Sunday morning and watching, documentaries about World War II and the good old days, these are your discs,
Okay.
You can crank it up in Dolby Surround.
Yeah.
And watch it on your rear projection television,
Interlude. Got to give some viewers some ASMR.
Oh, we getting another drink? Can I get another drink?
Pour myself another drink.
Want to get another drink?
The moment he said that, I'm like, yep.
Intermission music. I love doing the intermissions lately. I've been having a ball playing the intermission.
I just had flashbacks to when I saw Monty Python and the Holy Grail in the cinema, which was the first time I'd seen it. And about 3/4 or more of the way through, a slide comes up saying intermission. And I was like, what? And it stays on screen long enough for you to think there's really an intermission. And then it just suddenly cuts back to the movie.
All right. Sophie has set me up with a Strongbow because there ain't nothing screaming out Mandra more than Strongbow. Except maybe Wild Turkey,
Gobble, gobble, gobble. Sorry.
Yeah, gobble. Hey, that's what she said. Okay.
Oh dear.
I made myself laugh on that one. Okay, next up, we have some Bond.
Ooh, which one is
Thunderball.
this? Thunderball. Classic
Yeah,
Connery.
this is the Bond that was famous because someone else owned the rights to this besides Broccoli and and Saltzman. And yeah, so Kevin McClory owned it, and in turn, he reused the same storyline in another movie called Never Say Never Again. So it's the same movie, but Never Say Never Again is like a modern day retelling or a late 80s version of it.
And Never Say Never Again is kind of non-canon Bond from a film perspective.
Well, because it has Sean Connery playing Bond in the 80s when Dalton had taken over, it really kind of confused a lot of people. People thought, oh, is that a real Bond movie, you know? So, you know, like I've said this before, it's like it's not technically a real Bond movie, but if you're going to do a Bond marathon, you've got to kind of stick in Casino Royale and Never Say Never, even though they're not technically canon. You know, you feel like you're missing the cufflinks on your you know, it's just
Good
missing a little something. Yeah. Okay. You can take this one. I'm sure you know it.
Oh, Lady Hawk. I really like this film. It's got a very young Matthew Broderick in it. It's our second Michelle Pfeiffer for the night.
Yeah.
And it's got Rutger Hauer in it. It's a fantasy, and this doomed in love couple I think it's by day she's from a magic curse, she's a hawk, and by night he's a wolf. And the only time they get to see each other in human form is right at sunset. There's like 1 second where they're together.
Oh, right.
And then they transform. It's a really nice fantasy movie.
I watched this because it is so popular on Laserdisc, and there's another Laserdisc show, which we're not going to talk about. And they did a whole episode on this that made me really curious. Plus, it's a Richard Donner film. Was it Richard Donner? Yeah, Richard. Yeah, good. I don't want to be wrong. That's all. I like, you know, having my information right. Okay, so, you know, so it ticked a lot of boxes that went, oh, you're going to like this, Charlie. And I watched it, and I've got to say, just the pacing of it didn't really do it for me. But I'm a bit funny with my fantasy films, you know, like they've got to be, you know, just right, you know, like.
To be fair, I haven't watched that since it came out on home video. So maybe if I rewatched it, I'd be in the same camp as you. I just remember it being a really enjoyable fantasy movie.
There was another film that came out around about the same time called Legend, where
young Tom Cruise.
Yep. I was thinking the guy from Rocky Horror Picture Show.
Tim Curry.
Tim Curry was the
Tim Curry as the devil.
Yeah. And that movie hit all fronts. I really like that. You know, as far as the fantasy film, it felt like a Jim Henson film, even though it technically wasn't. It had really cool vibe, you know, yeah. Okay, next up.
Oh, okay. I don't think I have actually watched this. I'm familiar with this film and sort of in Demi Moore's peak period. I don't know that I've actually watched it, though.
I'll be honest, I'm kind of blown away that you've got so many stars in this film, and I've never heard of it.
Well, I've heard of it. I remember when it came out. Tell us the cast.
Yeah. So it looks like a late 80s, early 90s film. I think early. If I was to pin it down, I'd say early 90s. Yeah, 91. So
Yeah.
right off Hudson Hawk. Yeah. Harvey Keitel told a series of haunting flashbacks. The story unfolds as a determined police detective, Harvey Keitel, questioned a New Jersey housewife, played by Demi Moore, about the death of her best friend's abusive husband. Brilliantly played by Willis. They even added the brilliantly played. Reluctant to incriminate her friend, Cynthia weaves a net of lies that eventually threatens her own family, pitted against each other in scenes of mounting tension. The two desperate women are relentlessly pushed towards the shocking, violent climax. Called the most original suspense picture of the year, Mortal Thoughts is an emotional powder keg ignited by Moore's vibrantly touching performance. So I wonder if this is the movie that she did to follow up Ghost. Because that was her peak. Like, she was at that point where she was hot property, at that point. Okay. Next up, we have the Mumbo Kings.
Oh. Okay,
Have you
this
seen
is
this
another one. I'm like very aware of the film. I've not watched it though.
Okay, I've watched it. Antonio Banderas, and this is that guy from Fatal Instinct. You know that
You were
Italian...
talking about how he was very big in Europe.
Yeah.
And he played
His
Desi
name
Arnaz
is
in the biopic about Lucille Ball.
Armand Asante.
That's it, Amanda Sante.
Yeah. I've learned to pronounce it thanks to you. I said it all wrong last time we did a video with him. Antonio
That's for people,
Banderas.
lovers of all things Latin, Mumbo Kings.
Yep. Okay, yeah, so I was going to say something about bad thoughts, but then I realized we're on video. We can't be talking about that,
Yeah.
All right, so I went on my very first date. It was a double date to this film.
Yeah.
And my friend told a joke while I was drinking Fanta, and I vomited out of my nose all over my poor date's white dress. She had one of those short, in the early 90s, they had these little short white dresses on that were like loose. Yeah. And it was Fanta, so you can't wash that shit out, like that's a stainer, Yeah. I'll never forget that. I felt so bad, Yeah. But yeah, that's regarding Henry. He gets shot in the head, loses his memory, and stops being an arsehole.
Yeah, he's a jerk-off lawyer, and he becomes a bit more innocent because of brain damage. And it's actually quite a sweet romantic comedy, and it's got some complexity and darkness in it.
And directed by Mike Nichols, so you're in good hands. Okay, next up, I haven't seen this one. It's kind of like a chick flick that it doesn't really interest me. Jeff Bridges and Barbra Streisand in The Mirror Has Two Faces.
I also have not seen this, but two really big stars.
Yeah. And it was a huge film. I remember it had a massive soundtrack that came out too. But yeah, it just didn't. It just, when when you see a movie and you go, that's not made for me. Well, that was one of them. This one I've seen though, Honey, I Blew Up the Kid.
So that's the second Honey movie?
Yes. The first one was Honey, I Shrunk the Kids.
Yeah.
And the third one was Honey, We Shrunk Ourselves.
Yeah.
Honey, I Blew Up the Kid had a great scene where has the kid walking through Las Vegas and starts picking up cars off the street and going vroom vroom and driving them all over the side of the buildings in Las Vegas. It's an incredible special effects. Lloyd Bridges is in it too. That's what stood out to me too. You can see him in that shot there. Time to take the bin out, but we're not doing that right now.
When I went to Disneyland years ago, they had a Honey, I Shrunk the Kids.
Honey, We Shrunk the Audience. Yes.
Yeah, 4D film, and it was actually really fun.
I'm spewing that I never got to see Captain EO. I really would have liked to have seen the Michael Jackson 3D film that came out before it got replaced by Honey, I Shrunk the Audience.
All right. I didn't see the Michael Jackson one.
Honey, I Shrunk the Audience would have been fun though too, because I'm a Rick Moranis fan too. Although Paul Moranis, he would have got the shit picked out of him so hard at school being called Dick Moranis, Next up, we have Julius Caesar.
That's Marlon Brando. Isn't he actually Mark Antony in this?
Okay. Have I seen this? No.
I'm almost sure, although the movie called Julius Caesar.
Yep, you're right.
Marlon Brando's front and center. He's actually Mark Antony.
You are 100% correct. So this is the William Shakespeare Julius Caesar. And looks pretty cool.
Yeah, I mean,
and
great
Sealed.
cast, really epic movie. Sealed. This is your classic Hollywood epic, this one.
Yeah. It's one of the last, too.
Also, Marlon Brando is so hot.
Yeah, before New Hollywood came along and started doing, like indie films like they're doing now, it was all about the bigger the better, basically. Okay, we've got Anthony Hopkins here. His war will never end. Her love will never die. The Dawning.
Absolutely unfamiliar with this movie. I feel like that's the first time I've seen a picture of it.
Okay, so Anthony Hopkins portrays an IRA gunman on the run in the beautiful and dangerous Ireland of 1920. He meets up with Nancy, a young woman just awakening to the possibilities of life and love. Oh, God. And enlists her in a dangerous mission. Soon, what seemed to be a romantic game leads to a deadly revolutionary violence as Nancy faces life and death choices as the authorities fight back.
Well,
I'll give you this. Anthony Hopkins has a knack for choosing good films to be in.
I'm an Anthony Hopkins fan.
All right, we got a double feature with Elvis.
Okay, I've never heard of Harem Scarum, and it looks dodgy as hell.
Harem Scarum is famous for being the worst ever Elvis movie ever made. All the Elvis movie fans, like the people that watch all the Elvis films, always say Harem Scarum was the worst one.
What's the other one called?
Oh, the other one's called The Trouble with Girls. That's a good one. That's The Trouble with Girls.
Yeah.
Guest starring Vincent Price.
Vincent Price was a fan of the camp, honestly, but okay, that's one for the Elvis fans. Elvis
it's even if you're not an Elvis fan, this is a really good Sunday afternoon movie when it's raining. I always Channel 9, I think it was, used to play Elvis movies on Sunday afternoons like every week, and I would end up watching them. And there are a lot of they're not great, you know. They are dumb, silly films,
But they're fun.
they're kind of fun, you know. Like
They're
they're not offensive or anything. They're just fun,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
All right. Next up, we have Father of the Bride with Steve Martin. This is a
This is pretty
widescreen version.
successful. This is a remake of the old Spencer Tracy film. And what's interesting, while this is adapted and quite different to the Spencer Tracy, they both start with the same monologue. The Father of the Bride, Spencer Tracy in the original, and Steve Martin in this one, they do the exact same monologue at the start of the movie.
Does Spencer Tracy get worked up because there's 8 hot dog buns and then 10 hot dog sausages?
I'm going to go with no. I think overall
No.
the movies are quite different. But yeah, the one thing is they do exactly the same monologue at the start of the movie.
Oh, there you go. It's a beautiful film. Like, Martin Short cracks me up.
As the wedding organizer, he is pretty funny.
Hans. Okay, we got 2 more movies to go and then we're done.
All right.
Okay. Next up is called Body Chemistry number 2. I think Spencer Tracy did the original version of
Yes,
this as well.
there was another Spencer Tracy film called Body Chemistry. No,
this is
we're making that up.
still sick.
Wow, that was left field, that one. Jesus.
Yeah, so if you want something for a Sunday afternoon and you know, you have enough candles lit.
Yeah.
Oh my god, sorry. Okay. Lucky Last is, let me just check because this one, these kind of discs don't usually, oh, it's not bad. It's okay. Okay. This is Deceived.
Goldie Hawn.
Goldie Hawn. This is I've actually got this myself on Blu-ray, but I've never watched it. I went through this, like, I was going to watch it and then I just forgot about it. You know what I mean? Like, she speaks very highly of this film. She really enjoyed making it.
Yeah. I'm a Goldie Hawn fan. And this from memory, I don't think I've watched it, but it's like psychological thriller type thing.
I especially love early Goldie Hawn, like Cactus Flower and There's a Girl in My Soup, and, you know, like all the ones where she was just in her 20s. Like, she was such a good actress, but played ditzy even better than Marilyn Monroe.
And again, when you can tell when someone's not actually ditzy, when they play ditzy really well. Marilyn was like, the high point for me for Marilyn was The 7-Year Itch, where she plays the most airheaded character ever, and is cannot do an airhead that well unless you're actually really
absolutely.
An actual airhead can't play an airhead.
So my favorite one with Marilyn Monroe, as in how good she was Blondes Have More Fun. But my favorite movie with Marilyn Monroe is what's the one with Jack Lemmon and Tony Curtis?
With their cross-dressing?
Come on. Yeah, that one. That's everyone's go-to, isn't it?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, for me, it's 7-Year Itch. I think 7-Year Itch is hilarious.
7-Year Itch was so much fun. And Billy Wilder again, may I add.
Yes.
But the problem I had with 7-Year Itch was the husband. I know you're not meant to, I know you're meant to go, oh, dude, what the fuck are you doing? But I was going like this by the end of it, the bits where he was he had a fantasy in his head that he's going to play a bit of piano and woo her, and stuff like that.
His fantasy stuff
And then does
Marilyn's
it
actually
later on,
really
you know,
innocent, but he's got all the, because as apparently it was a New York thing for the upper middle class, the family, the wife and the kids in summer, because New York summers were a bit hot, they'd go off holiday somewhere, and the man who had to work to earn a living, he would stay in New York alone. And yeah, so this guy who's by himself because his wife and kids are gone, Marilyn is his new neighbor, and
yeah.
the fantasies he has, for me, it's absolutely hilarious.
It's a fun movie. Don't get me wrong. It's a fun movie. I really love the whole thing. He goes into all the classical records he has and the emotions that each record can cause, and lots of talk about booze. You know, so I'm sure
Yes.
Angry likes it. You know, yeah.
Oh,
No,
was the cross-dressing one Some Like It Hot?
yeah. Some like it hot. That's
Yeah,
That's
okay.
exactly right. Yes. I just
Okay.
had one of the. You know, sometimes when we're doing this show, I tend to just lock up in my brain and forget what movie we're talking. Like, if I
Yeah.
bring a movie out of nowhere, or an actress, or an actor, or a director, I just
Yeah.
have these kind of what we call brain farts. I hate them,
Yeah.
but that's kind of the game, you know. But
Yeah.
nonetheless, that was tonight's episode of It's a Whole Laserdisc Thing,
And there was something
it's
for
been fun
everyone,
having
as
just me
always.
and you do it again.
Yeah. Now I like when we get that smorgasbord. It's like a tasting platter of laser discs. There's something for everyone.
Yes, some cheese and some salami and some dip, you know, and then you mix it all together and then you serve it up, and you know, yeah. And most of those will be pretty cheap. I reckon, you know, like the Japanese ones and stuff like that, I usually sell for about, you know, I put them in the bargain basement. I call the bargain basement disc. But that mummy one, that won't be cheap. That won't. Yeah.
Oh, everyone wants that one. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm afraid that's going to be a higher price. But yeah, nonetheless, yeah, we got some DTS discs in there as well. So yeah, nice little like Angry said, a tasting platter for everyone. And yeah, good fun to go through them. I always love Sunday nights going through them and
Absolutely.
talking about movies. And yeah, thank you for watching, gang. And we'll see you again next week for It's a Whole Laserdisc Thing. Cheers.
Cheers. All right. Hey, stay with me. I need to take a pee break. Also, Dr. Abigail has actually been in hospital. Oh, she's in intensive care.
Yeah,
hello,
she wrote to me.
Hannah.
I didn't want to say it on stream. Yeah.
No. We'll say hello, Hannah. Hello, Sim. I'm going to take a little break. I mean, stay with me, Charlie. I think we should talk about
Yeah, for sure, dude. Yeah.
movies or TV shows.
Yeah, I saw your message on Discord, Dr. Abigail. I just couldn't say anything, and I didn't want to bring it up on stream, you know. But I hope you're yeah, the other day when you came on and said what was going on, even then I was like clam bake is the worst one, you think, do you? Okay. Yeah, okay. When you Google it, they do say clam bake is the worst. And Stay Away Joe is also up there, which is Elvis does rodeo riding. It's just crazy some of the premises that he gets himself into, eh? Really? It's that bad, is it? Wow, okay. Clam bake can be used as a form of torture in prison camps.
All right.
Thank you for reminding me.
I just realized I haven't drunk anything non-alcoholic tonight. I should have something non-alcoholic.
Yes. Nice to balance it out. Lovely.
Oh my goodness. Okay. Dr. Abigail is all good. Okay, I hope you're in recovery mode. Oh yeah, bring back the chat, Safa, of course. Oh, talk about watching things like, okay, so we both watched Iron Lung.
Iron Lung.
I was
yep.
hoping you'd be happy. I watched an episode of From today.
Yeah, did you?
Yeah, and I was just chilling out with Mrs. Angry, and I said, "Look, I want to watch something different." And we both liked it, so we're going to watch more of From.
Nice, fantastic. Somebody's watching it. Yay!
Mm.
Yeah,
So
and
Dr.
someone
Abigail,
started
you
watching
haven't seen it
Dutton
on Thursday
Farm.
night?
I was
So
like,
that had
great.
sepsis.
Now that's
Okay, so
getting
that's
used
not
as
good.
well.
Yeah. For anyone who hasn't seen it, From is up to season 4, and it's a horror mystery show. It's basically this weird spot where people who somehow get drawn into this town can't leave. Like if you drive out of town, it just goes around and you come back to town. But every time it's nightfall, horrible monsters are roaming, and if you're not safely locked away, the monsters will get you. So it's very Stephen King-ish. I don't think it is Stephen King, but to me, it's got a real Stephen King vibe. I very much enjoyed the first
Bring up the
episode.
headphones so I can hear.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
right, yeah, of course.
like
Sorry,
Pleasantville
Seth.
with monsters. Yeah.
I get caught up in forgetting that now I've got headphones on.
Oh, okay. Ray's
okay.
reckons From's fucking awesome. He and the missus watch it in the States. Yeah, well, I just watched the first episode today, and Mrs. Angry's on board. So maybe after we work our way through For All Mankind, because King, we finished season 2 of For All Mankind, and there was a 10-year jump between seasons 1 and 2, and they were intimating in the last episode of season 2 they were going to do another 10-year jump, and it was going to be Boots on Mars. So season 2 was all about having a base on the moon. Season 1 was all about the early days of the space race, and it's an alternate history. Everything's different. But basically, you know how like went to the moon and then stopped, and we haven't done it since. In For All Mankind, the space race never stops. It just keeps going. So by 1995, they're going to Mars. So we might be switching between For All Mankind and From. And when we want some light entertainment, Ted Lasso. We've started watching Ted Lasso.
I'm glad you're not dead, Dr. Abigail.
I'm also glad Dr. Abigail's not dead.
And I love Ted Lasso. It's so much fun.
It is. We're only like 4 or 5 episodes in. It's
yeah,
really
but
fun.
I've noticed. Okay, this is a little bit creepy, but I've noticed that you've actually tried to start watching it a couple of times, and then get distracted on other shows, and then come back to it again.
Yeah, well, it's kind of convincing Mrs. Angry to sit down and watch it too.
Yeah.
And once I did that, we were onto it. Safa, interesting you should say, imagine the tech if we didn't stop going to the moon or Mars. That is exactly a subtext storyline in For All Mankind. Everything like electric cars and a whole bunch of other tech arrives way earlier, like arrives in the early 80s because of the space race, because the space race never stops. So
Same thing that happened in Iron Lung. They had it so we moved our technology up to 1992 was when we first started exploring Mars.
yeah. Safa, All Mankind is an Apple TV series. Apple continuing to do a shit ton of prestige sci-fi.
Stafford, if you want to watch it on Plex, you can just tell me, just message me on Facebook. I'll open it back up for you again.
Yeah. But yeah, Apple TV continues to do prestige sci-fi.
One of the people in the Utah Saints joined my Plex server.
Oh, fun!
You know the band Utah Saints. Yeah, Utah
Good
Saints.
is going to happen.
So Pippa's friends, my sister is friends with him.
Oh, nice.
And he's this old bloke, you know.
Yeah, of
And he
course.
moved to
Because they were
Australia.
doing music in the 90s, so of course he's an old bloke.
Yeah, well, okay. I'm sorry. Yeah. Anyway, yeah. So that was quite of a trip, because Pippa needed me to confirm to him that she loved that song when it came out,
Back in the day.
and then I got him mixed up with DJ Bobo, and he didn't like that at all. But yeah, no, I haven't really done that many movies this week. Actually, I've been I was so flat out on that episode because
Yeah, doing the Star
we
Trek
had
episode.
severe feedback issues with
Yeah.
and although it was a good episode, I'm really glad it came up okay. So yeah, for a Star Trek fan, it's exactly what it needed to be, and it sold the disc, so win-win.
Yeah, great episode. Safa, look, we'll probably go on. That's why I kept Charlie on here, because Charlie can keep me awake and we can keep going because I don't have to.
Oh yeah, you want to get into movie talk? We can, yeah.
Right,
I
cool.
decided to start doing Australian movies. I got sick of I didn't get sick of it. I just felt like I've completed all the. I've got plenty of British comedies now. Like I filled up the British comedy quota. And so I found a whole bunch of Australian. You remember Flirting?
Oh yeah, that was a good movie. Young Noah Taylor and Tandy Newton.
Do you know what's her name? Naomi Watts was in that movie as well.
Was Naomi Watts in that? She must have been a
Yeah,
kid.
it's really funny to see how like little Naomi Watts in that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like Noah Taylor. I've have a soft spot for Noah Taylor. I think he deserved better.
Yeah. Apparently, his real character, like, he would keep getting tattoos, and most of the movies he was in, they didn't want the character to have tattoos, so they'd always be putting makeup over his tattoos.
Yeah.
But
So what movies
Noah
Noah Taylor? I know he did Die with the Falafel in his hand, and I know he did Tomb Raider.
Yeah.
Oh right, he was the dad in Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, the Johnny Depp one.
Yes.
Yep.
And he was in Vanilla Sky with Tom Cruise.
Oh wow. Yep.
Oh, so Sim, the Australian film Secrets, teenagers getting trapped under the Beatles Hotel, and Noah Taylor's in that too. Yeah, Noah Taylor's in
the Hotel. That sounds like I Want to Hold Your Hand a bit too, doesn't it? Have you seen that one with directed by Robert Zemeckis, who also did Back to the Future and Forrest Gump and stuff like that? That was his first film. It was called I Want to Hold Your Hand, and it was following 4 girls trying to sneak in and into the hotel room of the Beatles.
Mm-hmm. All right. No, I'm not that familiar with that. Actually, God, now we're saying this, I want to look up like Noah Taylor's oeuvre. See which ones.
Yeah, I'm actually looking through his filmography and which ones I haven't got yet and stuff like that. He was in The Life Aquatic with Steve Zissou.
Oh my God. Okay, yes, he was. So now we're just going through his whole thing.
Almost Famous.
Yeah. Okay. So he's friends with.
Yeah, I don't have Shine.
Oh yeah. Okay. Funny bit of trivia. In my mind, at least, the movie Shine, for which Jeffrey Rush got the Academy Award.
Yes.
The promo for that film was all about Noah Taylor, because Noah Taylor was the young version of the character. Jeffrey Rush wasn't in the trailer at all. The people who made the film and the film industry didn't like Jeffrey Rush. And so when he got the Academy Award, he was like a huge, colossal fuck you to all the people in the Australian film industry who didn't
That
like it.
really is a big FU, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah. But again, Noah Taylor, really good as the young thing. So I remember him, like his big breakout was the year my voice broke. That's way back in '87. I did a bunch of
I
TV.
think I've got that one too, just today as well. The year my voice broke. I'll go through the list of the new Australian films I added. So we got Gross Misconduct, which is an Australian film, but it stars Jimmy Smith from NYPD Blue / LA Law. I got Pacific Banana.
Yeah.
Which is made by John D. Lummond. And John D. Lummond also did Sky Pirates and Felicity and that documentary we talked about recently, Australia After Dark?
Yes.
Yeah.
Sorry, I was just flicking through channels on Foxtel the other day and they were running Not Quite Hollywood. And it was
were they just the other day?
Yeah, and it was on the 70s sex films once. And Mrs. Angry comes in and goes, "Fuck are you watching?" And I'm like, "It's a documentary." It was just like
got so busted,
all over the place. And it was just like, no, this is about shonky Australian films from the 70s and 80s.
So I got another one called Alvin Rides Again, speaking of those kind of films.
That's the sequel to Alvin Purple, yes.
Yeah, Alvin actually has a different name in America. Did you hear about that? It's called The Sex Therapist.
Oh, okay.
What a terrible name.
That's a shit name. Yeah. I mean, I love, again, the way they explain it in Not Quite Hollywood, I quite like. They're like, okay, there were all these sexy films and sexploitation films. Someone had the brilliant idea of making the male character the one who was being exploited. Like all the women were trying to use him.
Yeah.
And that's why, and because again, Graham Blundell, very ordinary looking bloke. And that's why I think the Alvin Purple character was so popular.
Have you seen the third one, Melvin, Son of Alvin?
They were trying to do a spin-off, yeah, and it was literally because it was 10 or 15 years later. And yeah.
Okay. If you take the 70s out of those kind of films, it really loses its its touch,
Graham Blundell was not really up to it anymore. So what Sim's saying, the exploitation films are gold. Yeah, well that's the Not Quite Hollywood goes in phases. There's the 70s sex ones, and then it goes, particularly as your late 70s into the 80s, the horror ones, and some of them were really good.
Yes, absolutely. I love a Snapshot.
Yeah.
With who's that chick in it?
There are some really wild concepts in some of the exploitation horror films.
Sigrid Thornton.
Oh, Siggy! Oh my God, she became such a mainstream person, but she was in a couple of really dodgy films.
Gets them out in.
Oh my God.
Priorities. It also has Hugh Keys Byrne, which is from Mad Max. Yeah.
He's the toe cutter in the original Mad Max, and he's Immortan Joe in Fury Road.
And the cop in Stone.
Yes. Yeah. Oh my God, Stone's such a shit film, but so much fun to watch. It's so much fun.
And the ending when they beat the absolutely living shit out of him, and
wow, he says no, and he's like acknowledging he deserved to get stomped, and don't call the cops. That was part of the code. I betrayed them, so I deserve to get stomped.
Oh, Chain Reaction. That was another one he was in.
Yeah, that was
that was such a boring film except for the car chase.
Yeah.
And the car chase was the only scene that was directed by George Miller.
Yeah.
Sorry, Road Games.
Sim's coming out with gold. If you want to join Sim, I'll put the link in there.
Yeah, Road Games is the
that's Stacey Keach.
Yeah. And Jamie Lee Curtis.
Yeah, and Turkey Shoot is fucking hilarious. It was ahead of its time. It's like rich people hunting poor people for sport movie. And
Didn't
Long
I
Weekend,
send you Turkey Shoot, Sim? I think I sent you that one.
yeah.
And Long Weekend, that's the one
Long
where they
Weekend
treat
is the
her
real.
like
It's this
shit.
couple
Yeah.
who go camping and they're so disrespectful to the environment. The environment fights back and all the animals start trying to kill them. It's fucking hilarious.
That's
It's
brilliant.
so
Yeah,
funny. It's like a hippie horror film. Yes, Sim, Turkey Shoot's basically Squid Game 30 years earlier. Absolutely. Or any number of A24 films where rich people are complete bastards. But yeah, it's the rich hunting the poor for
Oh,
sport.
here's one I've never heard of: The Death Train. It's an Australian film starring Hugh Keys-Byrne as the lead actor.
Okay.
It also has Max Meldrum. I don't know who that is, but he looks like John Walters.
I think I remember the name Max Meldrum. I think he was in a few things.
Yeah, a British
I've
people
never heard of that film, though.
cannot explain why a corpse in a garden seems to have been hit by a train.
Okay. No, I've never heard of that one. God, I feel like I should watch some of those classic Ozploitation. Like Patrick is one I've always been in the mood to watch.
There's so much fun. They just turn off your brain and just have some fun with it, like.
Yeah. And I have seen a bunch of them, but there's a few, like Stalk, the first film Bruce Spence was in the 70s. I feel like I should watch. That's a sex comedy.
That one, yeah.
But Patrick...
And Bruce Spence was the Scarecrow in 20th Century Oz as well.
I'll take your word for that. I know him from being in Mad Max films.
You got to watch it. It's one of those kind of fun films, even because it's such an Aussie. It's such an Aussie take on the whole story,
Yeah.
I think
but again,
Patrick
Bruce
was the same
Spence,
director that did Road Games.
Bruce Spence is in so much. Like he was in the Matrix movies, and
was it?
Yeah, he was the train man in one of the Matrix sequels.
Oh, in the sequels, right? Yeah.
Yeah. So
Mad Max. I remember him in Mad Max. That was the one with he had a helicopter.
He was the helicopter pilot, and he played a different role in Beyond Thunderdome. Although there was a tiny hint, is that the same person years later? Who knows?
Yeah, one of the ones that he stood out was quite funny was Hercules Returns.
Yes, he was with the comedy troupe in that. Yeah. And they used to literally do that at the cinema not far from me. They would do that live. They would play that Hercules film and improv the dialogue.
Okay.
They did that for years.
Oh, I'd love to have seen that. That would have been really cool. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, Bruce Spence was in so much from the 70s onwards. He just keeps popping up. Yeah, Sim, I think you're right. They did a sci-fi film too. I can't remember what it was, though.
Are you talking about The Time Guardian?
Oh, God, no. I think Sim means faking the dialogue. The Time Guardian is a truly hilariously terrible Australian sci-fi film.
Yes,
Tom Burlinson and Carrie Fisher.
And yeah. And then there's another one. Who's the guy from Star Wars? Who plays Luke? Mark Hamill.
Mark Hamill.
Time Runner. He did one called Time Runner in 1993. So they both did a time movie that sits right next to each other in the Laserdisc cabinet. And Time Runner, the bad guy, was Brian James. who's well known for Tango and Cash and the well, what else has he done? Fifth Element, Striking Distance, 48 Hours. He was like your go-to kind of bad guy.
He sounds
in
like
all
a
those
that
kind of
guy.
films. Yeah, he's definitely a that guy. Yeah, 100%.
You see him and you go,
yeah.
I've seen him as that guy. I've seen him in heaps of things.
Yep.
Nice. Time Guardian, that's such a shit film.
Wasn't it ever? Yeah.
It's so funny.
What's funny is how much effort that went into that film.
It was big budget. It was,
and you can
huge.
see what's his name? Who was in it? The Man There's No River.
Yeah, Tom Burlinson.
Yeah, he put everything into that
They were
film. You
trying to
can
make
tell
it
that he was like, going into his trailer and zoning into the character. Like he put his heart and soul into that shit. Whereas, you've got like Wind Rider, which is also him. Have you seen Wind Rider, the sailboard movie?
Yes, yeah.
With Nicole Kidman.
Sci-fi-ish as well, isn't it?
Hey?
That's sci-fi-ish as well, isn't it?
Well, no, that's just he gets the MIPS. Is that what it's called? The MIPS when you can't compete anymore?
I don't know.
What's it called when you get the nervous about competing in something? Anyway, there was an Australian sci-fi film from the era where all the androids were people wearing cargo pants plated in silver. Are you talking about Sons of Steel? Is that it? Sons of Steel, where they go into the future, and it's all about cricket. In futuristic Australia, a scheme to blow up the Sydney Opera House is discovered. The only way to stop it is to send an agent back in time to prevent the plotters from hatching it. Starship. Okay, I don't know that one.
Okay, he did a fantasy movie that Jack Thompson and Rutger Hauer were also in, called Flesh and Blood. 1985, Tom Burlinson. And that was almost his
Sim asked for the link. I didn't see Sim ask for the link.
Oh, no, I said if Sim wanted it, I would give it. Oh, yeah. Oh, look, I'll just put it there just in case. Look, I don't care if anyone wants it.
Yeah.
But Sim's been very active in the chat. So, Sim, if you want to join. No, Sim did not ask for the chat. I volunteered to give it.
Papa was just saying,
because Sim's really into the chat. So Tom Burlinson, I think his high point in Australia was probably Far Lap. Like he did Man from Snowy River in 82, Far Lap in 83, and then everything went to shit after that. He did Flesh and Blood.
Yeah, right? Yeah. He didn't really have much of a career after that, yeah.
Flesh and Blood was bizarre in 85. Wind Rider was 86. Time Guardian was 87. And then they tried to do a Snow River sequel in 88. And
God, he hasn't done that many movies, only 25 movies all up.
Yeah. So, at his peak, they threw a few things at him, some sci-fi, some fantasy, and they were just kind of train crashes. They didn't work. But
I do appreciate that he stuck with Australia. He didn't go like, "Oh right, I'm famous now. I'm going to go to America and start acting." Yeah. He kind of stuck with Australian films for better or worse, Yeah,
and he did it. He stuck with a bunch of Australian TV too, for that matter.
Yep.
Yep. It was very funny after Snowy River and Far Lap. They threw a few things at him. Sci-fi and fantasy, and none of them really hit the mark. But mind you, as a weird artifact, the fantasy film Flesh and Blood is pretty funny. Hey Sim.
Hello Angry. Hello Charlie. Hello Dr.
Hello,
Tennis.
Hey Tennis. Oh dear. I love.
Hello, people.
We've gone down a weird rabbit hole, which I fucking love. So,
Yeah, Australian Ozploitation films. It's
Yeah.
one of my
I
favorite
think
topics.
it was you, Charlie, that sent me the because I'd seen the video cover or the DVD cover for Turkey Shoot at work when I was still at JB, and I think I'd mentioned it to you, and you said you had an extra copy, so you sent
Yeah,
it.
because I got a free one. So yeah,
Yeah, it is a really good film. Well, I really enjoy it. It's
Look,
yeah.
it's a film you enjoy. It's not necessarily a good
Yeah.
film in the sense
Yeah.
of
yeah. No, I watched it like on home video in the 80s and just friggin' loved it. It's got Roger Ward, who was Max's cop boss in the original Mad Max.
Okay.
He's back. But my favorite thing is because there was this whole thing in those movies trying to get American actors to come in, even when no one had heard of them. But it's like,
Yeah.
oh no, they're from Hollywood. So it's got, and so the hero is an American that no one's ever heard of. But there was a heroine, Olivia Hussey, who was most famous for playing Mary, the mother of Jesus. So she went from playing Mary, the mother of Jesus,
Yeah.
to someone in this fucking slasher exploitation film. It was just so funny.
I think she did a version of Romeo and Juliet as well, from memory.
Probably, yes.
Like when she was really young.
Was that the Polanski one?
Might have been, yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, it was so funny. I feel like those are the two things she did in sequence: playing Mary, Mother of Jesus, and then being the heroine in this slasher Ozploitation film.
There's another one
Oh,
that
she was Juliet in Romeo and Juliet, the 70s one.
That's what Sim was saying.
Okay,
Yeah.
there's another one that came because they've got a whole range of those Ozploitation movies as like connecting to with the Not Quite Hollywood documentary.
Yeah.
This one was actually a New Zealand film, and it comes under two names. It's either known as Strange Behavior or Dead Kids. And
Oh yes, yes.
Dead Kids.
That's
The
the one
biggest-
with the needle in the eye,
Needle
right?
in the eye. Yeah.
Oh, fuck that movie. Yeah, yeah.
the big
Yeah.
star that they could get from America for that film was the guy that plays Billy the Kid in Bill and Ted.
Right.
Well,
Yeah. There was this whole thing with Australian movies where they were clutching at straws. It's like, oh, it's got an American in it. We can market it in America. And it's like,
Yep.
what the fuck
We
are
can
you
sell it in
doing?
America now. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
It's such an odd film because it's like it is a horror film, but then there's a scene in it where they go to a party and it just suddenly turns into something from Greece for about the length of this song. It's a song called it's a song by Lou Christie called "Lightning Strikes," which I ripped off for a song called "Strange." And the reason that my song is called "Strange" is because the working title was "Strange Behavior for Dead Kids," because that's where I first heard the song that I ripped off to turn it.
Ah, nice. Nice.
Because yeah, there's no one knows who they are, and then the other one was "Lightning is striking again." So, yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, yeah.
Damn. That's a
It was
hell of a-
inspired by, but yeah,
Yeah. Like
I
inspired
think
by
it
it.
was my way of
Dead
writing.
Kids,
Like,
yeah,
so I
yeah.
worked out how to play it, and then I just sort of changed it a bit. Ed Sheeran gets away with stealing things far more blatantly than that. So
Definitely.
Yeah. That's funny.
Oh dear. What are the? Oh yeah,
I got another Phelpsy movie today as well.
Oh, we haven't talked Phelpsy for ages. What have you got?
We are overdue for a bit of Phelps.
We're
yeah.
overdue for a bit
So
of Phelpsy Renaissance.
I got one with Phelpsy. It's called Playing Beatty Bow, and
Yeah,
it's got
no,
this
that was
chick in it.
pretty big.
Yeah,
Playing
it's got this
Beatty
chick in
Bow
it
was pretty big.
called Imogen Annesley, and she is absolutely like beyond stunning.
Yeah. No, Playing Beatty Bow was pretty big actually.
yeah,
Oh,
we did that in school.
I feel like
They're
it's
really looking at-
got a source. Let's look it up.
Yeah, they did the book when I was in year.
Yeah. So it was originally.
Oh, she
a
was in
novel.
Star Trek. Not Star Trek. Farscape.
It's an Australian children's novel written by Ruth Park, published in 1980, and the film was made in 1986.
So I got an early Vince Colosimo
Farscape,
movie.
I remember that. That was the
Oh, I
Really-
love
really good
Farscape.
Farscape was
Farscape was like
the
an
Australian
OG Star Trek.
family-friendly
Yeah.
rip-off of Lex.
Yes, it was very similar to Lex.
Farscape was
actually.
like an Australian family-friendly rip-off of Lex.
Yes, yeah, that's actually a fair description. But you said you've got an early Vince Colosimo movie, did you say?
Yeah, it's called Moving Out.
Oh, yeah. That's 80s. I remember that.
I remember I had the book to the movie. I never actually seen the movie though, but I've read the book.
Yeah.
My mum gave it to me, and I'm like, "Is that a hint?"
Oh, harsh. That's very harsh.
Another one I got was called Love and Other Catastrophes
That's a good one, actually. That's a genuinely good movie.
from 1996.
Yeah, very sort of indie.
Oh yeah, it screams out like 90s hippies.
Yeah. No, I remember I found that movie very entertaining. Yeah.
Which is my favorite type of hippies.
Yeah.
So I got another one here called Coda. It's a thriller horror from 1987
Yeah.
with Penny Cook.
From A Country Practice.
Yes.
Yes.
Memory. God, you got an amazing memory. I've said it like a million times, but I'll keep saying it.
Yeah. But all useless. All those things I remember are useless bits of information.
Yeah.
There was an Australian film. It was like the Dead Kids one. It had two names. It was known as either Stage Fright or Nightmares.
That was really common to have alternate titles for films.
Oh, I know that movie. Yes. Stage Fright. Because there's another movie from Italy called Stage Fright, and that's why they had to change it to Nightmare as well for
And then there's
international
another film
release.
called Nightmare, which makes it even more confusing.
Yeah, but and then you've got the Nightmare on Elm Street movies, which even makes it like buried down in the bottom of the, no one's going to notice. But yeah, that's the one where they're doing a play or something like that, and there's a killer knocking out the cast.
Yeah, it's a very young Gary Sweet, and it's one of the few films starring John Michael Hollywoodhausen.
Oh my God, but is he just not the best? He's in Australia After Dark as well.
He shows up in things, yeah. I've seen him in two films where he's acting. It's that one and Houseboat Horror.
He's so
He has a
funny.
bit part in Houseboat Horror.
Is he the one with the bald head?
Yeah.
Who's like, oh, look at that knife. Oh, another one. Yeah. Houseboat Horror. Can we say that's the greatest Australian movie ever made? I think we should.
We should. That should be canon. Houseboat Horror is
there's-
the all-time greatest Australian film.
The classic
you want to do a
line
film
where,
like that one?
get a look at this view. You'll bar up.
I want to do a film like that Houseboat Horror when I'm in England at some, probably not on this trip, but at some point.
Yeah.
Because they've got the canals over there. And I thought it would be good to do the same film, but on a canal boat. It's a lot smaller and there's a lot less places to hide.
Yeah, the movie would be over quicker.
Well, I guess you have a series of boats or something, or you work something out.
Jump on
whether the
different
killer's
canal boats.
not
Yeah.
actually on the boat or something. We'd work something around. Just
Ooh, you just remind me. I did watch the Peaky Blinders movie, The Immortal Man, which I did enjoy. It had canal boats. The Peaky Blinders folk love their canal boats.
the main street that they're in the series. I don't know about the movie. Is actually one street away from where Ringo Starr grew up.
There you go.
Oh, wow.
In Manchester.
It's actually in Liverpool.
Oh yeah, you mean the actual real location?
Yeah, the actual location. They
Yeah.
when I was there, it would have been 10 years ago, not the more recent trip.
Yeah.
I went on the Magical Mystery Tour bus through Liverpool,
Oh,
and they
nice.
pointed it out, and it was like, yeah, so that's where they filmed that, and all the buildings are painted black, and then you
Yeah.
go to the next street, and it's like, and that's where Ringo used to live.
Oh, nice.
Hmm.
Yes, because the fictional world of Peaky Blinders is Manchester.
Yeah. Well, Manchester and Liverpool are really close together. They're probably closer together. They're probably more like, say, or even maybe I'd say maybe sort of Melbourne and Ballarat.
Okay, Melbourne and Geelong, or
Maybe not. I'm not sure. I've never actually travelled directly from one to the other.
no?
But they are
I
right
don't know
next to each
geography
other,
at
pretty
all.
much.
Yeah.
They're like maybe you could basically get a train from one to the other.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I mean, again, I'm just thinking like England's so bloody small anyway. Isn't
Yeah.
it?
Yeah. Yeah, you were saying the other day when we were talking, Stim, that people do not take any long trips. You go, oh, it's only an hour away. And they're like, oh, that's a long drive.
Yeah.
But for us, that's nothing, yeah.
Yeah, 2 hours drive. I used to drive 2 hours just to get to work some days if the traffic was bad.
Yeah.
So, it was for people that are driving. So there are bits of it. Like once we got a coach from, where was it? From Leeds to Cornwall. That was like 15 hours or something. But other than that, like most of those sorts of trips, you're looking at a maximum of sort of 3 to 4 hours. Most.
Yeah.
So one of the ones that I've got that I haven't seen before as well that I'm really looking forward to watching is called Yankee Zephyr.
I've heard of it. I haven't watched.
Yeah, it was one of the biggest budget Australian films ever made back in the 70s and 80s, and it bombed really badly.
But with a name
And
like
nonetheless,
why?
with a name like Yankee Zephyr, yeah.
That sounds like
Right.
somebody having an accident with involving their genitals in the zip.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's phonetic alphabet, YZ, Yankee Zephyr. So I'm not sure.
Yeah.
So to me, it
So
just sounds
it
like
was an Australian film, but it had Ken Wall in it. You know who Ken
you could
Wall
call
is?
him and say, "Is there a wall in the house?" And if he says no, then the
What's
house.
holding the roof up?
Yes.
Well, he fucked his whole career up. You heard about him, right? He was dating Rodney Dangerfield's ex-wife, and on the
Jesus,
way
okay.
home from visiting her, he fell down a flight of stairs. And
He was more like a
completely
TV guy, wasn't he? Wasn't Ken
fucked
Wall?
his back. Well, he's most famous for The Wanderers. You remember that movie, The Wanderers?
Yeah, I do. I like that
He was
movie.
the main guy in The Wanderers movie.
That's the one that's like the Warriors, but not the Warriors.
Yeah, The Wanderers was a much softer version. It was like 1950s gangs rather than weird, surreal 1980s New York gangs.
Yeah, I really love The Wanderers. That ending was so beautiful.
I only know of the film because Ace Frehley from Kiss, he was in a gang when he was younger called the Ducky Boys.
Right.
Apparently they are in the film. In The
Okay.
Wanderers.
Okay.
So they're one
Yeah.
of the gangs that are in it. It's loosely based on Ace Frehley's gang
There you
from when he
go.
was a kid. And the only thing that got him out of being in a gang was that he started playing in bands. It's like, I can't come to the Rumble. I've got a gig.
I've got a gig. And also making me think of gangs of New York. Particularly the Irish gang, the Plug Uglies, was a real gang. And some friends of mine in the 90s had a band called the Plug Uglies, which was not from the movie. They'd actually just read a book about the gangs of New York and thought a gang called the Plug Uglies was hilarious. And so they had a band called the Plug Uglies.
Well, so I think some of this thing, I think the Ducky Boys is an unusual name for a gang as well, because to me, Ducky just makes me think, oh, hello, Ducky.
Well, I think Ducky is about the 50s hairstyle.
Yeah, I
It's
think
called
it's probably
duck
what I
hair.
meant. But to me, reading it now, when I read Ace Frehley's autobiography, it just sort of like, really, the Duckies? You're trying,
Yeah, that's like a BBC 70s comedy. Yeah.
or even Rubber Ducky. It just doesn't.
Yeah.
doesn't really give you an image of dread. You sort of
It's
want
not-
them to be the Godzillas or something.
Yeah, it's not tough.
Yeah.
It's also got two names. It's also called The Race for the Yankee Zephyr.
Okay.
And Donald Pleasance is his secondary character in it. George Peppard is in it as well.
Oh,
Who
yeah,
was in what's that movie with Audrey Hepburn? Breakfast at Tiffany's.
And I said, I swear to God, the first time I watched Breakfast at Tiffany's, which was a while ago, because it's all play up on Audrey Hepburn being that darling, darling, Holly Golightly. Thought it was going to be a flighty sort of thing. And you watch the movie, and her and George Papard are escorts. And you just go like, this is a movie about sex workers. I thought this was like super G-rated fluffy stuff. And it's actually really good story and really heavy stuff. And I was like, I thought this was extremely lightweight, and it's not. You know, I thought it was just about socialites or something, but no, it's about escort, a male and a female escort, and how they interact in the high society of New York.
And then you've got Mickey Rooney coming along just going, hey, I got this spanner. Here, watch this, and boom, put it into the machine. And then you know what he does, don't you? He dresses up like an Asian man.
That Asian caricature.
And he has the teeth that poke out. Mister, sorry. You know, like it's really
so racist. It's so awful.
It's so over the top, yeah.
Yeah. I do like they use
Isn't
that.
Pretty Woman kind of the same thing?
Sorry, what was that, Sim?
Isn't Pretty Woman kind of the same thing? Because that's about an escort as well, isn't it?
Yeah, but in Breakfast at Tiffany, they're both escort.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah.
Because in the original version of Pretty Woman, she was meant to not only be a prostitute, but she was meant to be like a drug addicted prostitute.
Yeah,
like she was meant to be a cocaine headed.
But again, in Pretty Woman, she's a street sex worker, whereas in Tiffany's, George Papard and Audrey Hepburn are sort of high class escorts.
I just wonder if that's what inspired it.
Yeah, I don't know, but the thing that blew me away was having a film about a male escort was way edgier than a female escort.
There was that one that Bowie was in, Just a Gigolo.
American Gigolo? Oh, no, that's a Richard Gere one.
I haven't seen that yet.
Just a Gigolo is not a very good film, but Bowie did it because Marlene Dietrich was going to be in it. But the way that they ended up filming it, they couldn't get their schedules to line up.
So they were never together?
No, they're never in. So any shot where they're together, you can see that they cut to him and cut to her and cut to him and cut to her. They were never in the same room at the same time.
Oh, right, Because I would absolutely agree with Bowie. This sounds like shit, but Marlene Dietrich is going to be in it. I'll do it, definitely.
Yeah, he just wanted to meet her, and he didn't get the chance to because the schedules just didn't work out.
I'm going to go and have dinner.
All right. I should go now because I'm several hours later than you. I should go to bed.
Well, not really, because you got the night off, you know, like you don't have to be at work tomorrow or anything.
I don't want to be super wasted tomorrow.
No.
And also,
what have you got planned for tomorrow? Have you got anything planned for tomorrow?
No, I'll probably watch some stuff on your Plex. Went to the market today, which was nice. And I'll probably watch some stuff. And I'm in 2 months. Oh, God, I was going to watch The Worst Person in the World or whatever it's called. And because it just everyone's doing it as one of the best films of the last 10 years. And the irony of the title, because the poster is just this very happy looking woman running down the street. But But I started watching it and went, oh no, I thought it was a Hollywood film. It's a Polish film. And I was
Yeah,
like, no, I am not awake enough to read subtitles for 2 hours.
Is that on Plex?
Yeah, it's on Plex.
Yeah, it's on- Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah. So I might watch that tomorrow. I haven't decided. I'm also when I'm watching the Apple series Your Friends and Neighbors, John Hamm's character watches classic black and white films, and like he had on a couple of the ones that I've watched on your Plex, the film noir ones. But yeah, in a recent one, he was watching the Kubrick film The Killing with his daughter, and that's a Kubrick I haven't seen. And so I was going like, oh, maybe I have to be like John Hamm and watch The Killing. I don't know.
Yeah. Like you said, you got to knock out these movies before you die films.
Yeah, and that's what I do sometimes. I just go, do the search on someone's list of 100 movies to see before you die and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
Today I was tossing up between, and I didn't watch any of them because they were all subtitle films. I was tossing up between rewatching Parasite, because when Parasite came out, like everyone's saying it best film ever, and I think it got overhyped for me. I liked it; it's a good film, but I think all the hype was too much.
I just watched it because it won the Oscar, and it was okay,
Yeah, I think I need to rewatch it. But there's also In the Mood for Love, which people keep putting up as one of the best films of the 21st century, Wong Kar-wai's film, and it does seem like a good movie. And then, like I said, I started watching The Worst Person in the World thinking it was a Hollywood movie, and it's actually, no, it's European, and I don't have the attention span to read subtitles at the moment.
I get it.
But yeah, so I'll be watching something tomorrow, whether it's a new film or a classic. I have kind of got the Kubrick film, The Killing, in my head because it was on the last episode of.
Let's do that. I've been wanting to watch that too. Yeah.
All right, okay. We got to watch The Killing, and then we'll talk about on Tuesday night. Yeah. On Tuesday night, we'll talk about The Killing.
So this morning, I loaded in a whole bunch of those. Those movies I showed off on Friday night? Was it Friday night? Thursday night? Well, I think it was Thursday. I was showing off a whole bunch of those films that I got, the Criterion ones.
Yes,
Dead Presidents and that cool Peter Sellers looking one. Anyway, so while I was adding them in, I realized, hey, I haven't got this on Plex. This is Criterion. It should be in the Criterion closet, right?
Yeah.
And then I looked it up further, and there's a whole bunch of movies, like 70 movies on, that never made its crossover from Laserdisc to DVD or on the Criterion label.
Okay.
And so I'm like, now I've got a new collection to dig up and follow,
Okay.
Well, they probably lost the rights to them or something.
Or they didn't want to keep paying for them, more to the point. They have to rent the rights, so like one of them was Pulp Fiction. You can bet your ass New Line Cinema wanted that back,
Oh, of course, yeah.
Anyway,
Madam Butterfly saying she just got back to Earth because she messaged me on Discord 6 or 8 hours ago. Go, oh, I took some of my special gummies, and I'm just and it's like 6 or 8 hours later. She's just going, oh, I just got back to Earth. That's fine. All right, so we're going to sign off. Charlie and I are going to watch The Killing to be able to talk about it later in the week. But by all accounts, absolute classic, really well-made film, early Kubrick.
And it's got that guy we've been watching a lot of lately, Kirk Douglas.
Is Kirk Douglas in The Killing?
I think it's a Kirk Douglas film. I haven't actually Googled it. Hang on, let me have a look really quick. The Killing. No, Kubrick. Okay, and no, maybe it's The Killer, because he did The Killer as well. There's
one called The Killers. That's from a classic short story. They build a film out of a classic short story.
It was called Paths of Glory.
Okay, that is very different.
Kubrick and yeah, it's Kubrick and Kirk Douglas.
Mm-hmm.
It came out in 1957.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to do that one. But we can do Killing if you want. Both. I'm going to do both. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Look, I'll see if I've got the staying power to watch both of them.
Yeah, I definitely. I love Kirk Douglas. I've really fallen since we did 7 Days in May. I love that. Had my world opened up to Kirk Douglas now.
Right. Yeah. No, that was great. I don't think this is a Kirk Douglas film. I'm just going to look it up before I say something. I'm going to look it up and then I'm going to ask you about it. What do we got here? I don't know who's the cast in this movie.
Oh, good. I've got Paths of Glory. Have I got George?
Okay. Paths of Glory, is that from the German perspective? I have this vague feeling like that's...
Okay, the futility of trenches in World War I is shown as unit commander of the French army must deal with the mutiny of his men and the glory-seeking general after part of his force falls back under fire in an impossible attack.
Yeah. Okay. It just made me think of classic, as a World War I movie, I think, but from the German perspective, The Blue Max with George Papard. Have you seen that?
The Blue Max.
Yeah.
With the same guy from Breakfast at Tiffany's.
Yes. And he's a German fighter pilot.
1966.
I've seen the Plastic Man.
Oh, Ursula Andress as well.
Yeah.
Yes, I haven't seen this, but I think I recently got it.
That's got a 2 thumbs up recommendation from me, The Blue Max. It's a really good film.
Well, that's my dance card full.
Okay. We'll catch up later in the week and see how many of these.
Yeah, for sure, dude.
Talk about them.
Yeah.
All right. So Charlie's having dinner. I'm having bedtimes. I don't know what you're doing, Sim. But...
Sim's gonna edit.
Well, we've got the next Murphy video coming out at midnight. That's a wrestling one.
All right.
Then after that, I'm not really sure.
I got to go and upload the audio for you, Charlie.
Yes, that reminds me. I've got to nag Mark as well because Mark always forgets until the next day.
All right. So, okay. But also, even if I forgot, because I'm not going to work, I can just do it in the morning. But anyway, I'll do this.
Yeah. Good point, because you're not working tomorrow. Yeah.
Yeah.
Although I like it if you do remember tonight because that keeps the habit. You know.
Yeah. No, I'll do it before going to bed. So if anyone's around, see you on Tuesday. But we're saying
thank you very much, Angry.
That's okay, mate. Bye for now. Bye.
You are totally fucked!